Good morning and Jai Hind students. In the previous classes, we shared our discussion about the regarding the rural social order and elsewhere and the social change. Understand? Or today we shall also discuss about the urban social structure and the social change. Understand, students? Now, as in our previous classes, we have seen that the rural social orders or the rural changes, social changes, how it is the very difficult to bring about the change in the rural structure, or it is too difficult, particularly in the we know very well that now the rural society, the village society is a very close society. It is the face to face society. Understand? Or there here is a personalized relationship, is the personalized relationship is very close relationship, and moreover it is not unusual to members of a village to know, and each members of the village know others very well, very close, and very close, very well, or their relation is based on the emotions, and moreover, and basically the village society is the traditional society. Understand? Or in which many of the institutions, traditional institutions exist very strongly, or it's had the very strong hold, understand, in the village society or among the village people. So these have the a strong hold, these traditional institutions, and particularly this traditional institution includes the caste system. The caste system is the very rigid system. We know very well, or it is too difficult to bring about the any structural change in the caste system. It is the not easy task. Understand? Or moreover, religion. So the bringing about the religious changes, it is too difficult. It is also a traditional institution, and that and the other forms of the customary, the other customs, other traditions, these are to be the, and the social practices are the very stronger in the villages, very stronger in villages. So in these structure, or in these norms, it's too difficult to bring about the changes, and moreover, students, we can see now for the region, unless there are the special circumstances, understand, that can be the changes happen, but it is the very slow changes happens in the villages also, or in a rural structure also, but it's changes happens the very slow rather than in comparison to the towns and the cities. Okay, and here we are variety of factors ensure that the subordinate section of the society, we know that in the villages there are many of the subordinate people of the subordinate sections, understand, or these subordinate sections peoples, understand, for them, or they live in the villages, understand, or these subordinates live in the villages, but they are not so free as their counterparts live in the towns and the city. Those who are living or the subordinate sections, those who are living in the towns or the cities, they are they feel freer, freer, understand, and the open environment they live here in the towns and cities, or but in the villages, those who are living in the subordinate section means the lower classes section. Upper class section is always in the advantage, and upper class always live in a dominant condition, and they never want and they took they always say they always in advantage, or they never let the any changes to be the happened in the social structure that is the very much beneficial to them. Understand? So as students here, we see that now in the closed society, in the village society, it is the very those who try to violate the norms and breach the norms, social norms, so they are recognized very easily, or moreover, and then after they are taught the lesson, they are taken the task by the dominant section of the society in the villages, and moreover, the relative power of the dominant section much more, because now they control. Why the dominants are so dominant class is so effective, so powerful, because most of the resources, part of the resources, they captures and they possessed. Once they possess is the most of the the part of the villages resources. So that's the nautic. And moreover, we see that employment and there and the lower class employment is also also given and provided by them. So the lower class never dares to lower class never dare to violate and the breach the any norms which are now which are preferred and which are preserved by the dominant by the dominant section of the people, because they may be the punished, or they may be the punished, or this will cast the effect on their employments and on their earnings or the income. So now here students say we have already studied these dominant sections, since there are no alternative sources of employment, and these peoples or the lower section have the no other alternative of the employment, and the particularly since efforts towards the cannot be hidden from the powerful, and the very quickly they are the suppressed. They can't hide uh, from the upper classes, or they are the punished and the suppressed. Their attitude is the suppressed. The strong the strong power structure already now placed in the village, already strong power structure is there, and this power structure, to challenge this power structure is the very difficult for the lower classes people, understand. So that is why this is the very challenging for bringing about the any changes. Moreover, students, change to other sorts of also slow come because the villages are scattered. One thing is that why the changes are very slow in the villages, means the villages are scattered. Understand, there is no communication, there is no road system, and the railway, no access of the railway and the roads. A few villages, still the many villages are in our country having no any road access of the roads, and the access of the roads and the access of the transportation or the access of the communication. So because of that, understand, they are all because of that they can't think about the any changes. But one thing is that, but we have to be the think here again that a major change is being brought in the technology, or the communication is reaching out now, the telecommunications, and as well as the uh, television or the road system and the railway and the electricity, because of reaching electricity is reaching out to the remotest area, or even remotest area. So now the people are now learning a lot. They got the information system, and they have learning, and because of this learning they are thinking about or meditating to bring about the changes. And this is no doubt is a bringing a changes in the rural area also, as students. And moreover, we can think that a cultural lag between, so the cultural lag between the villages and the towns is now much shorter or the non-existent. Cultural lag I am talking, if differences of the culture, differences of the knowledge, differences of the information system, understand, this creates a cultural lag, understand. But because they are the means of information is reaching to the villages. So the what the cultural lag have been between have been between has been between the towns, cities, and the villages are shortening. The cultural lags, which was the widened once, now it is the shortening, and it is the reducing. Cultural lags are being reduced now because, and the shortening now because they are also these villagers are also well equipped of the knowledge, and they are getting the knowledge, and the changes are happening in their real life. And moreover, students, we have already studied about the changes of the associated with the agriculture. I talk about the agricultural changes. So these agricultural changes happen because of the because of uh, uh, land reforms measures taken by the governments of the different states government. Understand that because of the lands methods land reforms, because of the land reforms, understand the social structure now this land have reforms have cast the impact on the social structure also. This has brought about the changes for now in our country. Now the reform after the independence, okay, the now the zamindari system was abolished. Absentee landlords lands were taken away by the government, seized by the government, and it was given away to the those group who were managing the state of the state of absentee landlords. Understand? So the government now gave away these the absentee landlords, those who never visited to their states, and they are getting the revenue by their managers. So these managers, understand, a certain caste now working on the managing, or they were not cultivating over those lands. They were only the managing the cultivation and taking the work from the lowest caste. Lower caste like the work from the Dalits and the other caste, and the Yadavas, Kunmi, and these caste, understand, they work as a manager on the estate, on the lands of the absentees upper caste landlords. So these lands were seized from the absentee landlords or given away to these managers. This particular caste, understand, and this particular caste emerged as a dominant caste in the villages, and dominant not only in the respect of economy, their economical structure changed, their economy changed, and as well as their social structure and dominancy in the society they established and set up. And moreover, they began to hold the political power also. Their numbers was muster strong in the villages, and in the political sides, in a democratic pattern of the government, they got success to elect their own representatives, caste representative, and these caste representative now just raise their voices and begin to make the laws for the in the interest of these classes, these dominant castes. Understand? So now, students, these no doubt have brought about a social structure in the villages. This process is on. And moreover, students, in the same way, we can see that changes in the technological organization. In the technological organization, agriculture also has a large immediate impact on the rural society. Many the tractor, thresher, or other machinery introduced after the Green Revolution, or introduction of new labor savings machinery. Okay, these machineries were introduced. So these also change the relation. So the labor's requirement of the labor lessened, and as a result replaced the large scale labors, and these labors became the workless, and they began to migrate in the cities and the towns. Those laborers who were tied with the zamindar, who were associated with the landowners, understand? So now because of introduction of the tractors, threshers, and the other agricultural machineries, so their dependency on the zamindars was not remained now. Understand? And because of that, in search of the jobs, they begin to migrate towards the cities and the towns. Understand? And their relations with the zamindar now changed. And moreover, students, now and the relations change, or in this process of the changes, we can see the sudden fluctuation in the agriculture prices, sudden, and the droughts, floods can cause the havoc in the rural society. Now we know that there are so many diminish the danger of their crops, flood, droughts, understand, or the other havoc, natural calamity. The recent spate of farmer and recent trend is what the multinational company enter into the contract farming and the contract farming, and this contract farming now help for the promoted the monocropping, multi-croppings. They had one crop failed, they could get the support from the other crops, understand? But by the multi-cropping system, monocropping system, only one kind of the crops they were bound to cultivate, and as a result what happened, if the case of the failure of the crops, they have no alternatives to support their life and survivals. As a result what happened, or the multinational company which those provided them the advance money and like that, so they fallen in the trap of the multinational company. As a result what happened, unable to fulfill their demands and fulfill their deep into the depth, these conditions left no way except the suicides, and behind the suicide, the events, matrix events are the responsible for that. Understand, student? So now this pattern of the agriculture, pattern of this now the change, or moreover, students, we have seen that, but the government of India is now to meeting this situation. Understand? Meeting this situation, the government of India have launched developmental programs in the villages for, and the aimed at the rural poor can also have an enormous impact. Understand? Upon that, have the enormous impact. A good example of this is the National Rural Employment Guarantee, NREGA, through that act of the 2005. Understand? This had helped the poorest people, and their social structure or their dependency on the village landowners has reduced, and they are being in the newly supported by the state government or by the centers. Understand? So now we can see that what the changes we have seen so far, what the changes had come so far in the rural structure of the society. This is the clear, I suppose, students. And the next we shall see that now the rural structure in the urban society. One thing is that, students, now we know very well what is the conditions of the urban society. First of all, and let's see urban society. So let's say first the cities itself a very old. Whatever the cities may be, the new city and the old city or ancient societies, city has always existence of cities has always been, or urbanism as a way of life. Larger segments of the population is the modern phenomena also. Okay, larger section of people living in the towns and cities is the modern phenomena. And now before the modern era, trade, religion, warfare were some of the major factors that decided the location and the important cities. Now the and the trade and the religion, I have to say that the trading centers in the before the modern era, the particularly those cities were important, and the important and supposed to be the those were the where the trade and commerce flourished. That became the trade centers, and the larger scale exchange of goods. Understand, and the traders come, and the consumers come, and traders. Those places were called as the trade city. Understand? City emerged of the trade. Secondly, religion means that some of the cities emerge as a religious city. Understand? For the Banaras, maybe the called as a religious city also, because of the religious centers. Understand? It developed as a pilgrims places of the faith, and because of pilgrims, gradually developed as a city, big cities. So similarly, students, the religious cities and as well as the warfare. Now we know that some cities are the very place are have been the very important from the war strategy, from the viewpoint of the war and the war centers and the headquarters like that. So these are the developers in the you have studied the Kufa and Basra develop in the Iraq. Why? Because that was the center of the army there. So because of many places became the strategic places from the viewpoint of the warfare. So these also the cantonment area around that the cities and towns developed. Understand, this kind of the in ancient or the medieval period, this kind of the larger scale cities. Understand, many cities emerged, or the moreover students, cities that were located on a major trade routes. Some cities like the Mecca, you have studied. Mecca is situated as a trade routes. That day, this became the very important. Or now the cities were located the more trade routes or had the suitable harbor, and the Gujarat, Badaujh. Understand, the where the harbor cities. Some of the cities are the harbor cities, like the Puhar was harbor cities. Similarly, the Kolkata, Bombay, some these cities, Madras, some of the cities developed as a harbor city. Understand? Because there was a transaction by the overseas trade, goods and cargoes were brought and then our distributed and carried in the internal part of the country. So here is the students ports and the natural advantage, and so did the cities that were well located from the point view of the military strategy. Now the some of the cities developed because of the military strategic points of the view I have already mentioned, developed. And finally, religious places also attracted the people to settle there. Understand? And for the pilgrims, they support that population supports many engage in many occupations. I have not to the mention in that, and supported urban economy. India, we have the examples of such cities, including the well known between medieval trading towns. Now we have also lot of examples of that. Tezpur on the Brahmaputra river in Assam. Tezpur also emerged as an important cities, and now formerly known as the Calcutta. Koji, Kodi. Understand? Calcutta is now developed on the three villages. Okay, Calicut, Sultanati, Govindpur. Understand? These three villages emerge as the big Calcutta, and the great, or the on the other hand, Arabian Sea, northern Kerala emerge as the cities, and we have the many examples of the temple towns temple towns in our country, like the religious pilgrims such as the Ajmer in Rajasthan, we know very well, and the Varanasi, also known as the Kasi. Understand? This is also temple city where the pilgrims and the developed as a temples because of the temples or the because of the religious or holy places. This developed, and the Uttar Pradesh or the Madurai also developed as a temple city in the Tamil Nadu. So now students say we are the talking about that cities emerged, understand, emerged because of the different regions, and every city had its own region to develop. And moreover, here the sociological point of the view, the modernity go well together. Now is city life and the modernity. City life is just like the went together with the modernity. Each may consider the intimate expression of others. In this, everyone expresses the intimate expressions to others, though it houses large and the very dense population. In the cities, main features I am going to tell: houses are very large, well settled, and moreover, population is very dense. And though it had been the known throughout the history as a site of the mass politics for the mass politics, and the city is also the domain of the modern individuals. City where the modern individuals live in the cities and the towns, and moreover, in its combinations of the anonymity and the amenities, institutions that large number of the can be support. Many institutions understand are the large number to support offices, individual. Now the boundless possibilities for fulfillment, unlike villages, while now this encourages individuality can't offer much. The city now nurtures the individual. Understand? The now the cities has to nurture the large scale of the individuals under it. Or while the many artists here, the cities is also the hub of artists, writers, scholars, and who celebrate the city. Having the individuals are the not wrong. Or moreover, it is also true. Freedom and opportunities are also found in cities, in the towns. More accurately, only socially or economically. More freedom. Those who are the socially or economically very strong, they are the much strong, or the privileged minority. Understand? They enjoy a lot of freedom even in the cities. Only the privileged minorities who can have the luxury of the dominantly free, fulfilling life. They have the only a limited section of the people, elites people. Understand? Who have the resources, who have the much income. They now enjoy the luxury and the predominant free or the fulfilling their lives. Understand? So now we see that the city is the dwellings of the different kinds of the people. Understand? Or city has to, the towns or cities management has to support these all people, or had to make the arrangement of these all people in towns and the city towns and the cities. Understand? The next tomorrow we shall have the again focus on the urban area. Our main focus will be the changes in the life of urban area, social structure of the urban area. So background we know what kind of the city are, that is the what the types of the cities, what is the features of the cities we are still going, but what the changes are in the cities. Understand? We shall study in our next class. Thank you very much.